Welcome back, everyone. So today I've got a tincture video with this beautiful blueberry muffin. Excited about this. I've actually made this video before, but it's been 3 or 4 months ago. These bottles are almost empty now. I figured, why not make another one? Some of the reasons I want to do this. One, tincture is a great way to build your tolerance. This weekend I've been getting picked on by a few people. You know who you are. They're trying to get me to eat a bunch of pods and get cramps and be incapable of moving around and doing stuff, which I understand, but I ain't gonna do that yet. I'll get cramps another day, possibly today, hopefully not. But what do we have here? So this tincture is from Jared L. Smith from Alpha and Omega Hot Sauce, and this is called Skunk Fury. Now this is a little bit of a cinnamon tincture, and this is called F-Bomb from Thomas Robbins. Now, I've tried to get a little bit more information on how these are made. I imagine both of these people may watch this video, so if you guys do, go ahead and drop whatever information you want to, unless you want to keep your recipe a secret, right? So, if you want to provide it on there, maybe they'll put it on there, maybe they won't. I'll talk about what a tincture is when I eat it. And I've got this muffin. But if I'm being truthful, I'm not a huge fan of muffins or even cake. Looks can be deceiving. But let's go ahead and make this thing edible. There we go. This is how you're supposed to eat a muffin. So I'm going to taste these first because it's been a while. My tolerances were so down. I mean, this video is gonna hurt. The next one's gonna hurt. All these videos coming up are gonna hurt. Because I talked to someone today and they asked me about the last video I made. And they were like, "Was that stuff even hot?" And I was like, "No, it wasn't. You know, the hottie avocado. You know, it was a jalapeno hot sauce, so it wasn't like super spicy, right? It was good for me, but I could see the sadness in their face." And so I figured in the next few videos, I'm going to try to make this a little hotter. So let's try a couple of drops of this. See? That's how low my tolerance is, because this used to not faze me at all. I used to be able to take Robbie droppers of this, like a whole entire dropper, with definitely my eyes definitely didn't sweat. So this tincture is, like I said, cinnamon. You can taste the alcohol in it some, obviously, but that's another thing. I'll talk about tinctures in a minute, or a little bit, not much. So the heat on this one, you know, like I just took a few drops. Hey, the heat's pretty good. It's not one of the hotter tinctures I've had, but it's got a lot of more flavor. You know, most tinctures I've had is just straight pepper flavor. This one's more of a cinnamon. Actually might go good on some desserts, and I have put it on some things in the past. That's why it's about empty, but let's go ahead and try this one. F-Bomb. Whew. Just gonna get enough to taste right now. And we'll put a little bit more into this. That was pretty interesting. Tastes a little bit like this tincture, which was called Typhoon from Round Thomas. A little bit similar. That one's more pepper forward. The heat on that one actually, I don't know. That's a hard thing to do, right? It's like you take one tincture and then compare it to another one right after. So I'll give it a second and see if it's still building. But right now my heat's probably like a solid 4 or 5. But I know you'll want me to change that. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get cramps. Already sweating like pretty profusely. Blow my nose before it gets hot. And we're gonna at least put one Robbie dropper in this, which is about the whole bottle. So you can tell it's full when you turn it upside down, and that doesn't happen. I'll just have to fill it up again. I can't get it to fill all the way up. I don't want to put more on there. But there's so little left. I'm not ready for this. Well, there we go. Muffin tops and tinctures. And a night full of regrets. It's good right now. So, as always, I have any links possible in the description. I think this was more like a free sample from Thomas, so he might not be sending any out right now. I don't know. I haven't talked to him in a while. Jared, he's very responsive. I can get up with him pretty easy. But most of you that watch this video will know one or two of these people. Whew. So, the sugar and sweet definitely helps, but I can tell like something's already rumbling in my gut, which means I'm gonna have a bad day. Now, if you don't know what tincture is, now my last video, it's my most viewed video that I have. Has almost a little over 2,000 views, which isn't much. It is for me, but not in the grand scheme of things, right? And a lot of people thought that this was like a THC tincture. That is not what it is. It is just capsaicin. That's why, and this is not that enjoyable. At best, this is to treat mild or chronic pain at best. So, just to tell you a little bit about tinctures though, and how this is made. You take peppers, you dehydrate them, make a powder in a coffee grinder or mortar and pestle, whatever that's called. You grind it up in a fine powder, soak it in ethanol alcohol, wood grain alcohol, anything 80% or more maybe. So, what, 160 or more proof? I don't know, that might be a lie. I didn't study before this one. I usually at least look something up. But nonetheless, take wood grain alcohol or ethanol, take the pepper powder, put a mason jar about half and half, fill it up, keep it in there for a few weeks, few months. The longer you keep it in there, the more potent. Strain the pepper material out, you get what you just seen me pour into this. What the alcohol does is it strips the capsaicin from the pepper, puts it in a more concentrated form. These are why this comes in droppers. This right here, the silencer from Pucker Bud, is one of the hotter tinctures I've ever had. They do make some more that's hotter. It's made out of the Soxfoot, I think I'm pronouncing that right. I'll put it on the screen, but it's an extraction process, chemical extraction, kind of like condensing. Condenses the ethanol, or evaporates ethanol, condenses ethanol, runs through the dry peppers, creates a super concentrated extract. It's not really extract. It is, but it isn't. We'll say that. Let me go ahead and eat the rest of this. Oh, I like that cinnamon with it. Makes it a little better. Oh. But one thing that these tinctures are good for is treating chronic pain. Right? High doses, moderate doses of capsaicin has been shown to have some evidence, not great evidence, not top tier evidence, but some evidence that it helps treat chronic pain. Now, with me personally, I find some truth in this. And it's been about a little over a year since I've started ingesting capsaicin on a regular basis. And since then, my pain's been a decent amount better. I've mentioned some stories about me having knee surgery. I had one knee surgery when I didn't consume a large amount of capsaicin. I had one knee surgery when I did consume a large amount of capsaicin. I noticed a credible difference on both of these. Now, that obviously can't be used as a one and done example or evidence, you know. But that's just my experience, and I'm sure there's other stories out there, other personal testimonies about it. However, you put yourself in pain, you make yourself cry, right? Most people do take Advil, deal with the stomach problems later in life. But another thing that I wish more studies were done on was depression and capsaicin. That's something dear to me. Something that was brought up this morning during service, and was darkness, right? And I think we all have our own demons. We all have our own darkness out there. And honestly, this is just one way for me to kind of get out of that slump, right? And think about it like this. You're having a bad day, you're sad. Somebody comes around and drops some of this in your mouth unknowingly. Well, you're going to be upset if it's that way. But you drop some of this right on the tip of your tongue, and it just instantly... It's called endorphins, right? It releases natural endorphins inside your bloodstream, inside, connecting to neurons. That's going to help you be a little happier, and that goes hand in hand with treating the chronic pain. But depression was something I struggled with for years and years. Not to say that it's 100% gone from my life, but it definitely doesn't come around every day anymore. It doesn't even come around once a week anymore. And honestly, call me crazy. I am, obviously. But this helps. It really does. And if you're out there and you like spicy food already, but you really are in the dumps, like you really have that deep, dark depression where you're sitting here watching this, you did not brush your teeth in 3 days, you not showered in 4 days. You don't know the last time you even ate. Or if you're like me, you ate 25 times a day. Just give it a try. Make it a hobby. Put some type of purpose behind it. Try to entertain people. Try to entertain others. Entertain yourself. do something with it. Come up with something that gets you out of the depths, that gets you out of the bed. Because before this, I didn't have any hobbies, right? I used to play sports. I used to box. I used to do this, but you had to be in physical shape to do that, right? I'm not saying that I can't get back to there, but past several years, I put myself in situations where my body keeps failing. And so I've had to, I'm almost 30. Not saying I couldn't play some sports. Actually, that's a lie. I've had 2 patella tendon surgeries. I can't play basketball anymore. I can't sprint anymore. There's some things that I can do. But for me right now, this is a hobby. And it helps. Sorry to get so serious there for a second. I just wanted to mention that if you are watching this video and you are going through that, take a gander. Look at some links in my descriptions. And yeah, just do what? I don't know. But yeah, sorry for getting so serious for a second, but I did want to bring that point up. It's a point that I've been wanting to talk about in a lot of my videos, and since I've got this euphoric rush right now, I thought it was a good time to do that. But I'm gonna go ahead and get some protein down in me so I don't cramp up so bad later. But Jared Thomas, these are some great tinctures. That muffin top was rather good. I did not expect the cinnamon to go good with that. I thought it was going to be kind of nasty and I was going to be having some type of reaction. But no, it actually worked out pretty well, and this was good. So as you can see, empty now. Can add these 2 up behind me. It's about a little less than half a bottle. So hope you're happy with that. If not, boo-hoo. Bye.